Welcome everyone to the Rebirth Fitness Yoga at Home online Zoom class. This class is a level 1 Rebirth Yoga class, and we'll also be focusing on some breathing techniques this morning to help keep your lungs strong and healthy. We're not going to play music, so you can hear me better. If you would like to play your own music in the background at home, you can do that, of course, but this will be without music. So enjoy. So, let me see here. I'm just gonna make this the prime pin. Okay. So I have my little cat Shadow here with me. So you can come into a comfortable cross-legged seated position, or you can also have the choice of coming onto your knees and sitting. I'll show you from the side view. This breathing exercise is focusing on the lower abdomen. So as you breathe in through the nose, I want you to think of expanding the lower belly out first, and then the ribs move to the sides, and then the chest elevates. And then as you exhale, feel the chest come down, ribs move in, and belly button come in towards your spine. This is called a 3-part breathing. So breathe in, expand belly outward, ribs move to the side, and then chest elevates. And as you exhale, chest comes down, ribs move inward, belly button in towards spine. So taking a few deep, slow breaths and focusing your mind on your breathing. Allow all other thoughts to clear as you only focus on that 3-part breath. Setting your intention for your class this morning. What is your intention for the day? Focus all your energy on that intention. And as you breathe in deeper, fuller inhales, breathe into your max capacity with still relaxing the shoulders, the traps. All your muscles stay relaxed. And exhale even slower. Slow down your exhale. As you increase your capacity in your lungs to breathe deeper and fuller inhales and slow down exhales, you allow your lungs to become stronger. You're taking in more oxygen. And now we'll practice a type of breath called Tumo breathing. This is one type of Tumo style breath. As you breathe in, same way, into the lower abdomen, all the way full to max capacity without tensing muscles. Push the abdomen down and away as you hold the breath. And then super slow motion as you exhale. Allow the belly to come in towards the spine. Breathe in deep into the lower abdomen. Push the abdomen outward And this time, keep it pushing outward as you hold the breath. And now keep it pushing outward as you slowly exhale through the nose. Breathe in through the nose, into the lower abdomen. Hold the breath, pushing the abdomen down. And with a tiny pinhole through the lips, you're exhaling super slow through your mouth. Continuing to push abdomen down and away. Last variation, taking a deep breath in through the nose, expanding the lower abdomen, pushing the belly down and out away from you. Holding the breath and slowly exhale through a tiny pinhole between lips. And this time pulling belly button in towards the spine, slowly. We'll do one more like the last version. Deep breath in, expanding lower abdomen. Feel the diaphragm lift, elevating the chest. Rib cage expands, pushing the belly out. Hold the breath. Feel that internal heat and fire building. And as you exhale in slow motion with pursed lips, just letting a tiny bit of air out at a time, you slowly bring the belly button in toward your spine, even slower. And then taking slow, deep inhales and exhales, in and out through your nose only. See if you can connect to your ujjayi breath with that backflow pressure of air against the back of your throat, making a sound like waves of the ocean. And just feel your body in this present moment. Just be here right now. Feel your body. Notice any sensations you're experiencing. Notice your breath. Being here and now in the present, focusing right here where you're at in this moment, allowing all other thoughts to fade away. You can practice this 3-part breathing or this Tumuk style variation of breath at any point in time you feel stressed or you need to allow your mind and body to relax and let go of any thoughts that are not pleasant. And gently start to flutter your eyes open as you come back into the room. And we'll see if we can stay connected to our ujjayi breath with sound. As we inhale, scooping up all the air around you, the energy, the prana, reach your arms up. Press your palms together and draw the palms down into your heart, bringing all that energy into your heart. And having the intention to cultivate energy, this class, this practice, to gather it inside of you and utilize it for healing, health. Take another deep breath in as you scoop all that energy up around you and lengthen up through the fingertips. Feel the energy between your palms. As you exhale, press down the left hand to the floor, pushing it into the earth and lengthen through your right side body. Roll open your right shoulder. Look underneath your right arm. You can be sitting cross-legged or on your heels. Either way is fine, whatever is more comfortable for you. Lengthen one more breath in, pushing your right hip away from you. Inhale, come up, lengthen through fingertips again. Draw shoulders away from ears. As you exhale, dropping right hand to the floor, reaching through the left side body. Roll open left arm, look under. Inhale, lengthen a little further, pushing left hip away from you. Inhale, back up, lengthen tall. This time, interlace your fingers and press up. Look up, arch back. And as you exhale, press down with palms and away from you. Chin tucks into chest, rounding upper back. Inhale, lift up, arch back. Exhale, press palms down and away from you as you round the shoulder blades. Inhale, lift arms up, arch back. Exhale, press down and away from you. Release and bring hands down by the side. From here, you can stay in your cross-legged, you can stay seated on heels, or I'll show you from the side, you can come up with tucked toes, your choice. Inhale, lifting, exhale, twisting. Left hand comes on outside of right thigh. Right hand reaches for either right heel or left heel to give a deeper twist. Inhale, lengthen spine. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Looking over right shoulder. Breathe. Look over left shoulder, staying in the same position. And then release. Arms come up. Inhale, look at your thumbs. Exhale, twist to the left. Right hand comes on the outside of your left leg. And left hand reaches for any heel. Either heel is fine. Look over left shoulder. Look over right shoulder. And release. Last breath as you scoop up all the energy around you, the chi, and then palms face forward as you press it down into the ground, coming into your tabletop position, forward into tabletop. Bringing the hands directly under the shoulders. As you go through your own cat-cow, arching and inhaling for cow. Exhale, rounding and curling for cat. Moving through the position of the spine, full range of motion and flexion and extension. Going at your own pace. And then coming to a neutral spine, walking the hands forward, one hand length. Inhale, shift forward into a modified plank position. Roll the elbow creases forward. Exhale, lower to the ground. Inhale, press up with elbows still bent. Press pubic bone into the floor. Tops of feet are pressing for cobra. Shoulders roll down and away from ears. Exhale, push back into a child's pose. It can be a wide knee child's pose. Knees are mat width apart, and breathe. Breathe, slow, deep breath. Forehead down onto the mat. Inhale, slowly round up into your tabletop. Tuck your toes and push back to your first downward dog. Pedal out your feet here, bending and straightening one knee at a time. Pressing the opposite heel down into the ground. And then inhale, shift forward to a plank. You can always drop to knees if you need to. Exhale, lower all the way to the ground. Keeping toes tucked, slide forward and then press tops of feet into the ground. Maybe your elbows can straighten and lengthen the spine, extending a little further, look up. As you exhale, press back into downward facing dog. Extending arms and legs, relaxing head down. Push through fingers, take pressure out of wrist. Lift heels high, stretching toes. Lift right leg to the sky, press through left ball of foot. Bend and straighten right knee. Drop left heel to the ground. Circle right ankle, circle right hip. And square hip down, extending both legs. Right foot is extended behind you with hips squared down. Bring right knee to nose. Heel, left heel, still pushing into the ground. Shift forward and plant right foot between hands. Left knee drops. Inhale, reaching arms up to the sky. Exhale, lower hands behind you. Interlace fingers and pull down and away. Lift chin, look up to the sky. Squeeze the back of your head into the traps. Lift traps and arms up, squeezing into the back of the head. One more breath in and release. Exhale, come down, frame your foot and shift weight into the back leg as you extend your right knee, straightening that right knee and lengthening the hamstring. Flex the ankle. Walk hands forward. Crown of head reaches towards toes, forehead towards knee. Awakening the hamstring on your right leg. Breathe. Shift hips left, roll on heel, toes point right. Awakening and stretching and lengthening that IT band on the outside of your right leg. Shift hips back to center and over to the right as your toes roll to the left. Notice any variation and difference here in the stretch. Come back to center as you shift forward. Again, frame your foot with your hands. And then shift back with this right leg. Circle out that hip. Right knee is circling in both directions. 3 times clockwise and 3 times counterclockwise. Extend right leg behind you. Look up, arch. And bring knee to nose. And then back to your tabletop position. Tuck the toes, come into a plank, and push to downward facing dog. Feel the extension through your arms and your legs. Feel the back extending a little more. As you warm up here, you're sinking heels down closer to the ground. Come up high onto your toes. Stretch the bottoms of the feet and the toes. Lift left leg up to the sky. Bend and straighten left knee. Drop right heel to the ground. Circle left ankle. Opening up and stacking left hip on top of right. And then square down left hip, flexing left ankle so that the toes face the ground. Bring knee to nose, still staying in down dog position. Left knee to nose, right heel pressing into the ground. And then shift forward, planting left foot between hands. Drop right knee. Inhale, arms come up, look up. Exhale, release hands down behind your back. Interlacing fingers pulled down and away, lifting chest, lengthening spine. Look up, breathe. Lengthen the neck this time as you pull the arms up and back behind you, feeling the shoulders stretch here. And release, framing foot with hands, shift back, weight, extending your left knee. Left leg is extended as you walk the hands forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forehead to knee. Crown of head is reaching and lengthening towards the toes. Feel the back of the leg, the hamstring, lengthening and awakening. Shifting hips over to the right. Feel your toes point left. Notice the outside of your left leg, your IT band stretching. Shift hips left and roll on heel. Toes point to the right. Breathe. Coming back to center and shifting forward again. Frame your foot with your hands and then slide, engage your core. Slide this left leg back and up into three-legged tabletop and circle the hip. Nice big rotations of the hip. 3 times in one direction, clockwise, and then 3 times counterclockwise. Back to tabletop, tuck toes. Bring knee to nose, extend back and into your downward facing dog. Push through fingers. Allow your body to shift all the weight into the heels as you extend through the spine, the elbows, and the knees. Just having a micro bend in knees and elbows. As you begin to walk all the way up to the top of your mat, walk slowly. And keep your feet hip width apart, hanging heavy here. You can grab opposite elbows or just allow your arms and head to hang. You can shift forward and back or side to side, whatever feels best to you. Let all the tension go in your neck, in your traps, in your shoulders. Whatever you're still holding on to, just release it, relax it, and let it go. Take a deep breath into your traps. And as you exhale, visualize all the stress you're holding on to, leaving your body with your exhaling breath. You're letting it all go. Take one more breath in through the nose. And I want you to sigh it out through your mouth. Exhale. Let it all go, all the stress and tension. Then slowly release your arms as you roll up one vertebrae at a time, all the way to standing. Standing at the top of your mat, bringing our palms together at heart center. So it is a new moon. It was yesterday or Tuesday, which we're going to bring in the new moon energy by doing our moon salutation. It's a gentle, flowy, and we'll go slow salutation. So we want you to focus on bringing your willpower and your strength in with this new moon. Your inner strength will shine through the outer strength you show to the world. So inhale, reaching arms up, arch back, look at thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Step your right foot back into a low lunge. Inhale, reach arms up, lift chest. Exhale, step back to downward facing dog. Drop down, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Sit up on heels, big breath as you circle arms overhead. Press palms, exhale, hands to chest. Inhale, circle arms overhead again. And exhale, come down and through. Snake-like motion of the spine into cobra, inhaling. Exhale, tuck toes, downward facing dog. Stepping right foot forward, drop left knee. Inhale, arms sweep up, lift chest, lengthen spine. Exhale, frame foot, step together, forward fold. Press palms, inhale, lengthen all the way up to standing, arch back. Exhale, hands to chest. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Left foot steps back, drop knee. Inhale, arms up, lifting chest. Exhale, frame foot, downward facing dog. Drop down, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, sit up, circle arms overhead, scooping up that energy around you. Draw it into your heart as you exhale. Inhale, scoop up, look up, and exhale, come down smooth and flowy through into cobra. Inhale, tuck toes, exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward, drop right knee. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, frame foot, step right foot up to meet left, forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen, arch back. Exhale, hands to chest. Beautiful. So stepping out to the side of the mat. So I'll continue facing you. If you want, you can shift your mat or you can simply step wider in the same direction. So wide stance here. Your toes point forward. And inhale, the arms come out like airplane wings. Palms facing me. Take a deep breath, push hips forward, look up. Exhale, pause halfway with a flat back parallel to the ground. And then all the way forward fold. Maybe you can grab outsides of ankles or feet or even calves, whatever you can grab. And pull yourself down, forward fold, allowing the head to relax and release. Let go of tension in the neck. Breathe. Inhale, look out halfway, reach arms out like airplane wings. Feel the hamstrings engage. Exhale, bring hands back to the mat and walk them underneath your body, all the way underneath. Forward fold. You can even flip the palms and walk the fingers behind you even more. She thinks it's playtime. So slowly come back to center. Then place your left palm on the ground underneath your chest. As you inhale, look up at your right hand and twist. Feel the inside of the thigh stretching, the inside of the left thigh, the inner groin here. And now squaring the hips. So shift your hips back over to the left. Notice how that gets a little deeper into your spine as you twist. You feel more of a spinal twist in through the erector spinae muscles, the upper back, the mid back. And then exhale, come down and switch sides. So coming up with left hand, look up at left hand and twist. First, feeling how the hips shift. Notice your right inner thigh. And now square the hips. You're just shifting the hips to the right. And notice how that gets more into your back muscles. And coming back down and to the ground. Switching hands again. So pressing left palm into the floor. This time, right hand will reach under and grab the outside of your left leg. You can release left arm, wrap behind back. Hold on to left calf with right hand and lean over to the right. As you lean your right shoulder to the right, feel the back of right shoulder blade releasing. Stretching the rhomboids underneath the shoulder blade. Feel it opening up. Release, come back to center. Press right palm into the ground, left hand reaches under, grabs outside of right ankle or calf. Holding here. You can wrap right arm behind your back and lean over to the left. Leaning your body. Breathe. And release. Bringing both hands down, walk your hands forward into a nice wide leg downward dog. Let your head go and hang heavy here. Slowly walking hands back to center. Inhale, press to fingertips, lengthen and flatten your back. Exhale, forward fold. Arms reach out like airplane wings. Press strong through the feet as you inhale, hinge all the way up to standing. Hands on hips. So we just did a lot of upside down work just now. That's all inversion work. We did many different things, but the whole time we were upside down, elevating heart above head. Now go ahead and pivot your right toes over to the right, and you can stay in perpendicular with left foot if you like. That's more beginner to keep the hips open. If you want to try it a little more advanced, or if your hips are allowing you to, you can angle your left foot in 45 degrees. Inhale, reaching arms out like airplane wings. Squeeze shoulder blades down and away from your ears and towards each other. Bend into right knee. Notice in this warrior two stance that you're opening up your right thigh. Glance down. Can you see your right big toe? If not, pull that knee and upper thigh to the right a little more. Make sure you see your right big toe. Your right knee is over your ankle. Turn head, look past right fingertips. Bend into right elbow, come down and rest on right thigh. Look up to left hand. Now lengthen left bicep over ear, reaching through the fingertips. If you're a beginner, stay here. If you feel like you can go a little deeper, then widen your stance, drop your hips lower. Maybe reach your right hand to a block or all the way to the ground. Roll open left shoulder, left rib cage, and look underneath left arm. The Iyengar version, which is about alignment, you look under your left armpit. The Ashtanga version, which is more power yoga, look under left palm or up to left hand. Use your core strength and press into the feet. Engaging legs, inhale, come back up to warrior two. Straighten both legs. Inhale, hinge forward, reaching with right hand. Exhale, reaching right hand down onto shin. Look up at left hand. Triangle pose. If you would like to advance, you can reach right hand to a block or to the ground on the inside or outside of your foot. Breathe. Look up at left hand, engaging core. Inhale, come all the way up. Keeping the feet this width apart if possible. If you need to step closer, that's fine. Revolve your triangle. So now left hand reaches in front. You're twisting. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale. Left hand comes to shin or to the ground or to a block. Look up towards right hand. Inhale, come all the way up. And cartwheel back to center. Hands coming to hips. Pivot on your left toes. Right toes can stay perpendicular. If you're working on opening the hips, you can do that. Otherwise, if you have the flexibility, turn your right toes angled in 45 degrees. Arms reach out, bend into left knee, look past left fingertips. Keep that alignment here in your warrior two. Stacking knee over ankle, shoulders stacked over hips. So you don't want to lean forward. This is what people do many times with warrior two. Don't do that. Make sure your shoulders are stacked over your hips. Beautiful. Bend into left elbow. Rest left arm on thigh. Push open that left knee. Look up at left hand. Lengthen, or look up at right hand, sorry. Lengthen right bicep over ear. So see, notice this streamline all the way from the outside of my right foot, all the way through the side of my body and out through my right fingertips is one straight line. This is your side angle pose. If you reached your hand to a block or the floor, on the first side, go ahead and reach your left hand to that same position you were on the first side. Roll open right rib cage and shoulder. Look under right arm, lengthen. Feel the length through your side. Use your core strength to lift you up. Inhale, all the way back to warrior two. Straighten both legs. Coming into triangle. I like this version in Vinyasa yoga. Liz says it a lot. You flex your left palm and you push fear away from you. So push all the fear inside of you away. Let it go. Release left hand to your shin. Look up at right arm. You can place left hand on a block or come to the floor in front of or behind. Don't allow your shoulder, your left shoulder, to collapse into your ear like this. Push strong into whatever leverage you're using here. Push and lengthen. Notice the space I just created from my shoulder and neck and head. Length. That's what we want in yoga. Inhale, come all the way up, engaging obliques, and twist your whole body, revolve triangle. Right hand reaches forward, lengthen and fold down, pressing into shin, a block, or on the ground. Working your way to the outside of your foot, look up at left hand. Breathe. Inhale, come all the way up. Revolve back to center. Hands come to hips, both toes face forward. And from here, stepping back to the top of your mat. All the way to the top, palms press at heart center. Let's clear out all that energy with a yoga flow. You can do any version or variation. Inhale, circle arms overhead, arch back, look up. Exhale, flat back, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Bend knees, plant palms, step back to plank. And you can drop to knees if you need to. Otherwise, lower to the ground, coming through to cobra. And then exhale, shift back to downward facing dog. Take 5 breaths here in your down dog, or you could come into child's pose and breathe. This would also be a time to get a water break if you need one. Just taking 5 breaths here, slow, deep inhales and exhales. Revisiting your intention. Breathe as you inhale, shifting forward and coming into downward dog. Taking 3 more breaths in your downward dog. Focusing on that intention. Feeling connected to your inner strength. That willpower, that strength within each of us, connecting to it in your center, in your core, just above your belly button. And looking up between your hands at the top of the mat, step all the way up to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, arms come all the way out and up, arching back, look. And exhale, hands to chest. So you can stay at the top of your mat. I'm just going to turn sideways to show you for our balance posture we're working on. Is our eagle balance today. So keeping your feet hip width apart, grounding into the mat, spreading toes, bend knees slightly, internally rotate upper thighs. And from here, let's do the arms first. So bringing your right arm underneath left, wrapping elbows and pressing palms. Inhale, lifting elbows, feel the shoulders stretch. You don't have to press the palms. If you can, do it. Otherwise, just stack the elbows, lifting and feel the stretch of the rear delts, the back of your shoulders. Bend into your knees, bringing right knee on top of left as you shift all your weight into your left foot. Now you can use this right foot as a kickstand, touching the ground if you need to. If you have your one-legged squat balance, you can wrap the right toes behind your calf. So just go where you're comfortable with, in your hips, in your balance, staring past your fingers, past your palms, stacking shoulders over hips. I'll show you from the side view. You don't want to lean forward. Lift the chest, stack the shoulders over the hips. One more breath. And standing up, exhale, release leg. Inhale, fly, eagles fly, and lower hands down. Coming back to squaring and evenly distributing weight onto feet. Internally rotate the thighs, pressing all four corners into the ground evenly. Left elbow comes under right, wrapping hands if possible. Inhale, lift elbows. Feel the shoulders stretching. Shift into right foot, grounding. Nice weight distribution. Cross left knee on top of right. You can use toes as kickstand or wrap behind calf. Sink down low, stacking shoulders over hips. Find a spot to stare at past your hands, keeping your eye gaze on that focal point, and breathe. Where focus goes, energy flows. So keep your focus on that spot. It'll help keep you upright, your balance, your posture. Last breath. Release, standing. Exhale the leg down. Inhale, arms up overhead. Fly away. And exhale, come down. And you're back up at the top of your mat. Palms pressed. Inhale, big circle overhead, arch back. Look at thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back, lengthen. Bend knees, plant palms, step back into your plank position and go through your yoga flow. Any variation, you can drop to knees if you need to. You can come into child's pose, or you can come into your downward facing dog. And breathe for 5 breaths. So this week we're working on releasing any negative emotions held inside of us. And we're working on releasing those emotions through the hips. We'll come into our lizard lunge from your child's pose or downward facing dog. Shift forward and step right foot to the outside of right hand. Your left leg will be way behind you. You can even tuck the left toes and scoot the left knee back further. So I'll show you from a different angle so you can see a little better. If I come here, right foot is on outside of right hand, and notice my knee is hugging in towards my shoulder. So keep that knee tucked in tight to your shoulder. And working your left leg back further behind you and towards the ground. Maybe you can drop down to one elbow or both and rest on your forearms, but keep hugging that right knee in towards your shoulder. Relax, head down and breathe. So the hips are all surrounding, the hip muscles are not just the front hip flexor, but they also surround the back of the hip joint. And we get into the glute as part of stretching and releasing the hip, all the muscles surrounding the hip. So we'll rock a little side to side. We can store many emotions in our physical body because that energy, that frequency is stored physically. So we want to let go of any negativity we're holding on to that can keep us tight, bound up, restricted, or closed-minded in our thinking. So if you need to, you can come up to your hands again. We're going to pivot the right toes out to the right, rolling open the bottom of your foot, the sole of the foot. Notice now my knee is bowed out to the right, and I'm balancing on the pinky side. If you can, come back down to forearms and elbows and allow your head to relax. You can rock a little side to side, get into that hip joint, and breathe. Slowly walking hands back up to center. Take a moment here as you shift back. You can choose to shift into a three-legged tabletop and circle that right hip, or a three-legged down dog, your choice. Either one. If you're in your three-legged table, extend and stretch back your right leg behind you. Feel your weight shift back. Everyone come into a downward dog. Then step your left foot on the outside of your left hand. Other side, lizard lunge. First hugging knee into shoulder, and rock side to side. You can drop down to one or both elbows and feel the hips opening up. Feel the muscles surrounding that left hip. With every exhale, slide your right leg further behind you so you can drop down closer to the floor. Getting that right hip flexor to release down to the ground lower. With each and every breath, sinking deeper, 1 millimeter at a time with every exhale. Walking hands back up. Pivot on left heel, toes point 45 degrees. Roll open bottom of foot. You can stay on hands, now knees going out to the left, or come down to one or both forearms and breathe. Rock side to side, holding stillness. As you breathe in, visualize a white light energy surrounding your hip muscles and attaching to any unpleasant or negative emotions. And as you exhale, you're breathing out all those negative feelings and unpleasant thoughts. They're all leaving your body with every exhaling breath. Slowly walk your hands back up to aligning with your foot. And shift back into a three-legged table or down dog, circling that left hip. If you're in table, you can also extend the leg behind you. And then having a seat on your mat, coming into your seated position in the center of your mat. And extending legs out. Press strong into the ground for your staff pose, extending spine, lengthening, lifting chest, shoulders roll down and away. Finding your posture here. Engage your core. Inhale, reach arms forward. Exhale, lengthen over your legs. You can use a strap or a belt around your feet. Otherwise, hold on to your feet. Feel the ankles flex as you lengthen your chest on each inhaling breath and fold on each exhaling breath. You can also choose to bend the knees and wrap your arms underneath. This will help to lengthen and stretch the back muscles. If you're working on lengthening your hamstrings more, then keep your legs straight and just use a strap or belt if you're not able to hold on to your feet. Breathe with each breath, go a little deeper. Inhale, slowly roll up. Bending knees, plant feet on the ground. Inhale, lift arms on a 45-degree angle. Engaging core, press feet firmly into the ground. Hollow out belly button in towards spine. As you slowly roll down one vertebrae at a time, all the way onto your back, using your core strength here. Once shoulder blades touch, reach arms overhead in opposite direction, extending legs. Full body stretch. And then bend knees, plant feet on the ground. Lift up into bridge pose. Roll shoulder blades together, under body, interlacing fingers. Lift hips high. Press back of head into the ground. Lengthen neck. Feel the extension of your back. Feel the shoulders stretch. Keep hips high. Release the hands to hook underneath hips, low back, and sacrum area. Fingers wrap around. So you're feeling a nice supported bridge here. It's a bigger back extension, but it's supported. So hold here for 2 breaths. And then see if you can engage the muscles to keep the hips that high. Back muscles, glutes, hamstrings. And release hands to the ground. Roll down one vertebrae at a time. Using core strength, your core is not just your abdominals, it wraps around your spine, your transverse abdominis, your back muscles are part of your core. Hug knees into chest, rock side to side. Bring forehead to knees, hold. Release head down and left leg to the ground. Pull right knee up and over to the left side. Extending right arm, look at right fingertips. Drop right shoulder to the ground. Breathe. Close your eyes. With each breath, allow gravity to drop your right shoulder and right knee to the ground in your twist. Come back to center, flat back, pull right knee into chest, pull left knee into chest, extend right leg to the ground, and twist left knee to the right. Extend left arm, dropping left shoulder, lengthen through left fingertips as you draw the back of your left shoulder to the ground. Close your eyes, turning head to the left, and breathe. Coming back to center slowly, press low back flat, pull left knee into chest. Pull right knee, both knees into chest. Reach arms between knees and grab outsides of feet. Kick up bottoms of feet to ceiling, happy baby. Rock side to side, right knee, then left knee gets closer to the ground as you rock on your sacrum and low back. Bottoms of feet face the ceiling, pressing the knees closer to the armpits towards the ground. Bottoms of feet are aligned with the ceiling. Find stillness and pause. Bring bottoms of feet together. Lift forehead up towards feet. Feel knees widen. Release feet to the ground. Arms come up and bend elbows like cactus arms, 90 degrees to the floor. Reclining bound angle. So feel the inner thighs stretch. Allow the weight of gravity to do the work here. Allowing the knees to drop towards the ground. Breathe. Closing your eyes and just feel the world fade away as you melt into your mat. With each and every breath, you let go a little more. As your heart opens and lifting chest to the sky, breathe in love, breathe out fear. Breathe in compassion, breathe out anger. Breathe in peace. Breathe out negativity. Slowly extend legs out and bring your arms by your sides about 6 inches away from your body. Roll shoulder blades under, palms facing up. Keeping your eyes closed, allow the toes to fall out to the side as you come into your final relaxation pose. Feeling the peace within you, built from gathering all this beautiful energy that surrounds us always, and connecting or reconnecting to your best self, to that peace that's always available to you inside yourself. By lying perfectly still, we can deeply connect to our best selves, our highest self, this place of peace within all of us. So go there now as you lie quietly, perfectly still, just breathe. Natural, normal, slow, deep breath. you bring your awareness back into the room gently, noticing the palms of your hands and the fingers, feeling any energy so whirling around or any sensations, feeling your body, just being aware of it in this present moment, feeling grateful for being alive, being able to experience this peace and this feeling of gratitude. Think of one thing, just one thing that you can be grateful for, that you are feeling gratitude for in this moment. And allow those feelings and sensations of gratitude to overflow onto your entire being. And as you slowly begin to move out of your relaxation, allowing your fingers and toes, wrists and ankles to move, you can come onto your side, however feels best to you. Just slowly making your way onto your side, pausing here for a few breaths. And slowly, when you're ready, coming up to your comfortable cross-legged seated position. With the palms facing up on your knees, continue to be open and receive the many blessings that this beautiful day has to offer you. Continue to have this attitude of gratitude. Continue to make your lungs strong by practicing your breathing and pranayama daily. And continue to keep your mind clear and calm, your emotions at peace, and your body strong by practicing yoga daily. Thank you all for joining me this morning. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Continue being your best self daily. Namaste.